Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday morning. So, anybody remember Y2K? Where all the computers were supposed to crash because the date on everything was just two digits, and once it went from 1999 to 2000, the computers would all think it was 1900. And I mean, there was worldwide panic that this was going to shut everything down. And a lot of people started prepping because of this. People had made all sorts of contingency plans for what happened if the computer system of the world went down. Okay? We're 22 years later, 23 years later, I guess, because close enough to 2023. Computers run everything. And one little blip can really mess up the world. All right? You take a look at what's going on with Southwest Airlines right now. And while the media is trying to say, oh, it's the weather, okay, no. Oh, the pilots are calling in sick, no, okay. What actually happened, it's starting to come out in the media, is Southwest had a catastrophic computer failure. And none of their systems could match planes to locations, flight manifests to the passengers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And nothing was working. And you've got passengers, crew stuck for days in airports because there's no hotels to go to these people, or for these people to go to. Those are probably all being used by illegals. But there's one thing. Then take a look at Duke Energy and what they had or have still going on in the Southeast and catastrophic failures of the electrical grid. Then you look at what's going on up in Northeast Canada. Same thing. We have computer issues and their grid is going foobar. Now, we don't know why some of this is happening. We don't know if it's maintenance on the computers. We don't know if it was a hack. We don't know if it was sabotage. We don't know if something got wet. Okay. But it really doesn't matter in the direction I'm taking this. The point is, how reliant are we on technology? And when I say we, I'm not saying individually, I'm saying how reliant is the world population reliant on technology? I mean, right now, you're watching this video on a computer, on a phone, using technology. Technology isn't there, you don't see my happy face in the morning. You get in your car is completely run by computers. Your television, your radio, your refrigerator, pretty much anything that we have that's electronic now is somehow computerized. Yeah, I mean, maybe you could get into some bare bones basic stuff, but your alarm clock, is computerized. So what does that mean? That means all of them have semiconductors and chips and everything like that in them. Remember the other part of this one now, of everything going on between China and Taiwan. 90% of the world's semiconductors are made in Taiwan. I'm just reminding you of this one here. There's a whole lot of reasons that technology could go poof at the drop of a hat. Okay? It doesn't have to be a coronal mass ejection. It doesn't have to be an EMP. It can just be stupid little stuff. Like I said, something getting wet and, guy spills his coffee on a server somewhere and poof, fried out the internet or, fried out something, Sure, I understand they have backups and everything. Yeah. But you don't see massive failures like a grid, an entire airline's computer system go down because, you know what? It's just the normal case of business. We aren't Ethiopia. This isn't a third world country, okay? Stop to think about the smaller things that we prep for. An EMP, World War III. There's a lot of people that want to say that's where we're going in 2023. And we could have World War III. Who knows? All right, I'm not even going to begin to guess on that one right now. But not even the power going out. Let's just say the computer system goes out that handles your grid or handles your water system in your town, okay? I mean, around here, around me, a lot of people are on wells, me, okay? There's also some people that are on public water systems. And I saw something on Nextdoor yesterday where everybody's water was coming out like the color of wet charcoal. When you run water through your charcoal grill or something, that grayish black color. And so they had called the water company and said, what's going on? And they were like, oh, because of the power outages and because of the drought we've been in and the water tables are low and yada, 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 a lot of sediment was picked up. It should be fine to drink. I'm sorry, I'm not drinking anything that looks like it's black unless I made coffee. That's all it takes, guys, is one little thing. It doesn't have to be some catastrophic worldwide EMP, countrywide UN troops, World War III type fiasco to come in. Think about how reliant you are on technology. And then figure out what you do without it. Everybody go, oh, it's no big deal. It would make your life a mess quick. Sure, you can do without YouTube videos, okay? But think of all the other things that you use your computer for. And I'm just talking your computer or your phone. Obviously, communication, looking up information. What time's the grocery store open? Can I order this on Amazon? Where's my package from FedEx? How am I going to pay my bills? Yada, yada, yada. Think about all the things now you have to go back to the old school way of doing those. How many of you have a landline phone? Probably not many, okay? If that all goes out, how do you find out what time Walmart's open? You either drive there, because you don't have a phone, you don't have a computer, or whatever it would be, you have no way of contacting them. How do you find out if your kids are okay in the cold weather? You don't have a computer, you don't have a phone, you have no way of telling. You drive over there, hopefully the kids don't live too far away. It could be like me, kid lived 2 states away. How do I find out? I have no way of knowing. Okay. This is the thing. We are very reliant on technology, and technology hangs by a thread. One little thing can collapse it. What do you do when it disappears? Are you ready? Do you have a contingency plan for when technology disappears? And like I said, think of everything. I'm not saying disappears permanently, EMP, CME, it could, okay? I'm talking the short-term stuff, where the non-national stuff, or non-worldwide stuff. A lot of us just got to experience how do our preps hold up with cold weather or potentially no electricity. A lot of us learned a lot of things about what we had, what we needed to do, where we needed to make changes, what we might need to get, okay? Communication, we didn't have any problem. I didn't hear anything about cell phone systems going down, all right? But do you have some sort of backup plan for communication? Do you have some sort of backup plan to cook, to clean? Again, I've mentioned many times about my weakness is water. And I got to find a freaking electrician to put this power panel in so I can have so my pump would run. Seems like every electrician around here is afraid of doing it. But those are things to look at. If something minor, that's a bad choice of words. If something happened to take out Southwest Airlines system, okay, look at how that affected people. Look at Duke Energy. Go back last year to the Colonial Pipeline and a hack there. Things like it doesn't take much. One little bad event, one bad actor or something can put devastation on everybody. And those are things that we need to prepare for, because those are a lot more likely to happen than an EMP, World War III, an asteroid, dinosaurs coming back, or whatever the hell we want to talk about, Martians invading, you name it. The things like a hack are much more likely. The things like a power failure, look at the North Carolina or look at the Washington State stuff from a week or so back with people terrorizing, if you will, transformers. Those things are going to happen, probably more frequently now. What are your plans to be out of the technological realm? Something to think about. Pinball out.